Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will be showing you the best AI features that you can find on Samsung Galaxy A36. Let's begin! The very first one, and probably the most basic one of all, is simply Google Lens. Now, if you don't know what Google Lens is, then don't worry about that, because I will show you. We can access Google Lens on many different ways. The most easiest one is just to go to the Google and then to click this little camera icon here, just like that. However, we can also do that by holding our finger in our home screen, going to widgets, scrolling down and finding our Google widgets, and here adding the Google search bar. We can actually get this to the first screen, just like that. And now we have a very easy and very quick access to our Google Lens, just like that. Now we have to agree for the camera. So we can open our camera and we can basically search for anything using just our photo. So for example, I can do an image of our logo here, and we should see that it did indeed found our logo and our company. The same thing goes with this little plant I can take a photo of, and we have a nice looking plants. We can also use this to translate stuff. So for example, if you go back, we can check our translate option. What can I translate? Well, let's say I have my cup of tea right here with this text, and now it will try to detect the language. Oh, though this appears that there's problems with my Wi-Fi, unfortunately. But basically it's because the Wi-Fi is just poor, and it's actually translating from English to English. However, normally it would easily just translate to anything you would like. We can actually do that once again if we try to take a photo of our keyboard, and as you can see, it does attempt to try to translate our key names, and we can actually just check them and, for example, copy, listen, or translate them if we want to. Something very similar, but for people who cannot see or have trouble seeing, is called Bixby Vision. We can enable Bixby Vision if we go to the settings. In the settings, you need to scroll all the way down, go to Accessibility. In the Accessibility, go to Vision Enhancements, scroll all the way down once again, and here we can see Bixby Vision for accessibility. In order to start using Bixby Vision, we need to show Bixby Vision on the app screen. And for now, I will leave all of these enabled. I would also advise you to keep Show Shutters button on, because otherwise our Bixby will just talk whenever it wants to, so it is not that cool. So now we can go into our Bixby Vision. We need to give away our camera access. And well, we don't really have to update it. I will leave it as that. And now we can, using our phone, search for stuff, just like before. So for example, I can do Discover, and it will basically work just the same as Google Assistant does. I'm sorry, Google Lens does. So you can, show more results, and it will search the web depending on our photo. However, what's really cool about that is if we go back, we can actually set it to Scene Describer.
Capture a scene to hear a detailed description of it.
As you could hear. So now I can, for example, take our logo here and make a photo of me holding our logo. And now, oh, that's unfortunate. So, okay, maybe maybe my hand is too complicated for it. I will do a photo of this plant here. Maybe now it will work. Okay, maybe I need... No, I do have my Wi-Fi on, so that is interesting. I'm guessing that either scenes are too hard to understand because it is a plant in the white void, to be honest. We can try one last time with this small plant. Like, this is interesting. I don't know why it's not working. Or maybe because I didn't update it, you know. Let's try to have keyboard. Yeah, it's probably because I was stupid and I didn't update the application. Let me go to the settings. So yeah, let me just update the application and I will come back after the app is updated. Okay, we are back after the pause and my Bixby Vision is updated, so we can try to use it once again. And maybe this time the screen describer will work, because I do have Wi-Fi access, so let's try that one last time. As you can see, it was just the case of me not downloading the update. We can try to do that on well, let's try that with a logo, for example. I'm wondering what we'll say about our logo. Amazing! So as you can see, this does work perfectly fine, but you have to, you know, update it first, which should be pretty obvious, but I didn't do that. Anyway, leaving the Bixby Vision behind, we also have stuff that is related to video and image editing. For example, we can try to take a photo of our logo here. Yeah, I really like our logo, so let me quickly take a photo of a logo, just like that. And now let's say I want to remove our logo. Maybe I don't like it, maybe I want it to only be keyboard on this image. Well, we can easily do that by going into pencil, which is just the edit mode. I'm sorry, let me just fix our photo, and then we can go to these 4 dots right at the back, and here we have object eraser. We do have to agree into using intelligent features. And now we can erase anything we want from the subject. Keep in mind that this feature is not perfect by any means, and it will take some time to, you know, perfect it. But basically we should just draw a lasso like that. It should automatically detect our shape, and we should hit erase, and then our shape should be gone. However, sometimes the shadows are, sometimes shadows are still there. So for you, as you can see, it is not perfect. We can try to delete the shadow. So, okay, it does detect the shadow. Let's hit erase once again. There is this white stain thing, so let's try to also lasso that. Let's hit erase one last time. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Let's try this dark spot. It did not detect dark spot. So, okay, it did. Let's hit erase once last time. And as you can see, it kinda lost its focus. So I would advise you to hit done to go to the save copy, so we can, you know, actually compare these two. And let's go back to the edit, which I don't know what happened. I'm not sure what happened, but we were kicked out of the images. That is interesting. Anyway, let's go back to our pencil icon, to the object eraser, and let's try to remove this black stain from our original photo. Let's hit erase. Yeah, as you can see, the AI cannot really erase that, but it did a pretty good job, I would say. Let's hit save. Oh. And let's compare these two. As you can see, it is not perfect. The shadow probably stayed because there is this high sharp shadow on it. If the shadow was maybe a little more subtle, a little softer, then probably the AI object eraser should work perfectly then. And lastly, I want to show you some very cool feature that is related to scrolling web. Unfortunately, it is only available on the Samsung Internet Explorer, basically, and you cannot use it on Brave or Google or other stuff. So let's say we want to go to our site, for example. So let's go to HardReset.Info. Let's hit go. Let's agree to all of that, since it is pretty boring, whatever. And then let's go into that. Oh, unfortunately, I can see that the site is not in English, which is pretty interesting because I'm wondering if I will click the Read Aloud. Okay, so there's only option for Read Aloud. It's because the Samsung itself is in Polish language. I can try to change that. So we'll be back at the quick pause. And we are back after a quick pause. I managed to change the language to English, so now we can click this AI button at the bottom and we can read aloud our site. And as you can see, it will basically read through all of the site just for us. It is not also perfect, but it should be compatible with every single website that you can open on the Samsung Explorer. And yeah, I think it's all from for AI features that I think are the best on Samsung Galaxy A36. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have more cool AI features, make sure to share them in the comments. Anyway, that's all. That's all from me. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.